You're not the same as Europe.
Just UK and Ireland and Portugal, and then Spain. After Spain and over is. Oh no, Portugal is like super small. It's just like on the other end of. It used to be part of Spain, and it's just that it's still.
No.
It's quite small. I'm from the US, so every country is small. Maybe not every country, but in Europe it's always so fascinating. Whenever I travel, you get on a plane and it's only an hour and it's a different country. And I never had that experience. It's really nice living in Portugal now. You can get to so many different countries and cultures and languages. It's such a relatively small country. The only reason I know is because I have a couple of clients in London. I do business consulting for the leaders of companies to make sure they and their teams stay very united and stay in basically to make sure that all of them sustain their spark and not start to burn out from the work that is so passionate to them. So I really want to make sure we sustain the leaders.
I'm giving you the right.
Thank you.
Extra chairs?
I'll just put it here.
Someone can come over. You can come over. Yeah. Pretty amazing 2 days so far.
Affected by your smart.
I'm sorry?
Affected by your smart.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. My name is Jale Zendier. What's happening? My background, people always ask where are you from, and it seems like it has to be like a little bit of an explanation because my name is Persian. I was born and raised in the United States, and I currently reside in Portugal. And I love all of those countries and cultures and people, so I feel I'm a bit of a world citizen. And it's such a pleasure to be here again in India for the Women's Economic Forum and continue to meet such uplifting, powerful people doing such noble work in the world. so inspiring. It's such a gift to be able to support each other and serve each other. So I'm so grateful to be here in this session because this is all about entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship. And as an entrepreneur myself, this was kind of like phase 2 of my professional path for 14 years. Is anyone here in the entrepreneur world, directly or indirectly? Cool. Has anyone had, before you became in the entrepreneur world, did you have any background being in another profession, another path, another service?
Yes.
Awesome. So, me too. So my background really brought me to this place now. So the work that I love doing is my business. Completely just lights up my heart. And 12 years ago, a client of mine, when I was not an entrepreneur, I was doing physical therapy in an orthopedic setting, working with people with chronic pain that had not been able to work for a long time due to physical ailments. And it really was so challenging to them because they actually were really gifted at what they did. They really loved what they were doing. They loved their teams. They loved their companies. And it turned out I just kept treating entrepreneurs who were burning out or having a lot of physical ailments or emotional and physical ailments kind of intertwined. And they kept saying, when you start to see the spark come back into someone's eyes and they can actually start to feel good in their own skin, it's like the light just comes back on. And it's so gratifying and it's so beautiful to be someone who can accompany others to reignite their spark. And I kept hearing, thank you for helping me get back to the work I love. Thank you for not letting me burn out. And I thought, wow, this is such a pattern of such talented powerhouses starting to really feel drained. And I was told a number of times, and I'm very stubborn, so I didn't listen a bunch of it. But after about 4 years ago, I thought, you should really have a business where you work with people before they get to the point where they're in hospital, or before their body's starting to break down, or before they're so overwhelmed or really stressed out or on antidepressants. Or just a lot of things that people can go through when there's an accumulation of stress, an accumulation of tension, an accumulation of pressure. And I didn't know what that looked like until I started to change my identity as a healthcare worker, healthcare professional that loved her work, and everyone knew me as a therapist, as somebody who worked in a certain setting. I had to really actually expand my thinking, and even more so, my beliefs about my identity. So this is one of the first things I wanted to touch on today as we think of and have this discussion about entrepreneurial mindsets and attitudes. I had to actually get some attitude in my life and not play small and actually think, what if I had all this experience of these last 12 years so I can actually have a focus and a target and social proof that this is something that is a pattern affecting a lot of people, and to not go small with it and have a lot of doubt and fear, which happens naturally when we're starting to expand or change or go from a very comfortable, a comfort zone of consistent commuting, and you know what your day looks like Monday, you know what it's going to look Thursday. And suddenly when you're an entrepreneur, I realized I may not know what each day will look like. I may not have things mapped out the same way. And so my identity actually had to shift to say, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with actually having a whole other approach of thinking of myself in how I serve others. I had this really wonderful mentor in China. He's 92 years old. He's 106 now. Amazing, amazing gift of a person. I'm so grateful every day that I met him. He just sort of tucked me under his wing when I was 23 and living in China. And he said, you know, Jones, like, you are not taking care of your heart. And if you let your spark burn out, your life will be dark and short. I was like, oh my gosh. And it really, you know, when you hear words like that, there was no sugar on it. It was just very like a laser. And he basically was just putting up a mirror and said, you're doing things a certain way. you're treating yourself a certain way, you're thinking a certain way, you're believing about yourself a certain way, and that's not okay anymore. And you don't actually have to continue. You can actually start to have a healthier heart. You can actually feel more confident. You can be connected to your superpowers. And I was like, oh, that sounds good. And he said, if you start taking care of your heart, your superpowers will turn on, you'll be able to help more people, and you'll do it in a sustainable way. And if not, you'll burn out, and your life will get short and dark. But if you pay attention, and you start changing the way you're doing things on an internal level, and he said exactly in Chinese, I can still hear his voice in my head. He said, your life will become bright and expansive. He's like, as big as the sky. And I didn't know how, I didn't know what that really meant, but I knew it felt good. And I liked the second option much better than the first. So if it would be okay, I wanted to pay homage and honor the two cultures that really helped to save my life. In the course of 4 years, 2 years in Philadelphia and then 2 years in China, I had two extraordinary mentors and friends that were from two different cultures than what I was born into, but that completely adopted me and took me in and allowed me to feel complete sense of belonging. Even though my passport looked different, my skin color was different, and my eye shape and my hair texture and everything else was different. But when we find people in the world that see us for who we are, can actually reflect to us what our powers are, what our identity could be, what our natural strengths are, and they cheer us on when they are actually taking it personally that we're okay, and want to extend a hand and want to accompany us and offering to accompany us. I think that's one of the most powerful things we can do as entrepreneurs. In any professional path that we're on, but I felt for me that really created a really powerful foundation for how I operate now in my business, because I had to become a businesswoman, and I had to become a CEO, and I had to still also be a compassionate, intuitive, logical, practical, service-oriented practitioner and consultant to actually hold space and do trainings and facilitate with individuals and their teams who lead companies. How can I help people lead a movement if I'm stuck? And so there's one thing that a process that I started about 20 years ago. Actually, not about 20 years ago, exactly 20 years ago, just this last November. And it helps me, it's a process that I use a lot before I have a big presentation, before I do a big training, before I work with a new organization. It's really important to feel really steady, to feel really good in your own skin, and tuned into your natural spark, that light that really just makes you feel alive. And when that spark is on, people tell you. Have you ever just had someone walk up to you and be like, I don't know what it is about you, but you just glow. There's something about you that your eyes are just sparkling. Or when we're feeling alive, we project something really, really powerful.
So it's the positivity, it's in the aura.
Exactly. She's saying about positivity, and actually our aura is bigger than our body. It goes way beyond that. And as human beings, we all have it. We all have that spark. We all have our heartbeats. We have this rhythm. We have this spirit. And this energy connects all of us. And it's a very united, beautiful kind of element, because it means we're never alone. And it means that when our aura is ignited, when our spark is really fueling that flame, we naturally attract other people that recognize us. We naturally attract people that say, I have to introduce you to this person. And the doors open and new opportunities come. And we start to remember that we are so precious, we are so valuable. And we actually get to use our time and our talents and our superpowers and our intention to make this world, make our families, our communities, our industries, our countries, we actually can create more light, because we can each become a spark, but we can also become a flame. And as we lead a movement, we become a torch. And as we're moving, we have a whole three of people also with us that we're collaborating with and encouraging each other, then we can actually create a bonfire. When we have a bonfire, even on the darkest beach, everyone from miles and kilometers away gets to see where the light is. And they're going to be drawn to it as well and contribute to it as well. And so that's one of the biggest, I'd say, internal mind shifts for me, that realizing that just because we're entrepreneurs or just because we're doing something new or we're expanding past what is familiar or constant from before, right outside of our comfort zone is a blessing just waiting to happen. It's just waiting for us just on the other side. So there's the most extraordinary opportunities for me happen when I was willing and able to just step a little bit outside of my comfort zone. I wouldn't be here if I hadn't made the decision to move to Portugal, and I wouldn't have made the decision to go to Portugal if I hadn't taken a trip against the advice of my supervisor at the time to go to Haifa, Israel for 9 days with my family. And that's where I met my husband, when we both got on the wrong bus in Haifa. So every time I deliberately took action and not went with the flow of what I was expected to do, to be constantly nice, then I met the person that was going to change my life. And now we have a fortress of well-being, and he's my heartmate. And about 20 minutes ago, he sent me a message that says, go get him, serve that group with so much love. And so we have love coming from Portugal. Thank you. Thank you so much for letting me share a little bit of this. And please, if I could just say one last thing very quickly. Remember how valuable you are. And we're made of stardust. Like that, in very it's scientifically proven. Like the substance we're made of physically, we have a spiritual element as well. But our physical substance is actually created from stardust, and we can't buy a star. There's no amount of money that could possibly create a value for what a star is. It's priceless and it has its own unique qualities. So I'd like to leave you with just thinking of yourself as a star that is priceless. There's no number that can actually define how valuable and precious you are. So please remember how precious and how much light and beauty you and your beautiful spark had. Thank you so much. Julia will be next. She's going to share just her beautiful energy and so much insight. So lovely to have you.
Okay, guys. You have been lunching maybe an hour ago. I want you to get moving. To understand who's standing here, I've been an entrepreneur since 2009, growing, having challenges like all of us do, coming from banking industry, so total shift. But what I've learned in the last 5 years, when I have 5 years we founded Fan Academy, is that a great entrepreneur is a great emotional master. Whatever you will learn, you can learn how to write a business plan. You can learn all about marketing and sales. Last sessions we had on the marketing and sales. It's quite important. Which is more important is actually being the master of your emotions. Because again, like Darling said, the identity needs to match. Many of you have big dreams. Many of you want to be successful, free, happy. But there is a gap between who you are now and who you will be. And that gap is not always intellectual. Often it's not intellectual. Most of the time is this identity that you have about yourself that doesn't match the future you. So think about for a minute now, who's the ideal you? What's your ideal identity of a successful entrepreneur? So, really write it down. Seriously, no, let's do that. So write down. So you have a certain idea about yourself, who you need to be a successful woman. So, sorry. So you write literally your name, and you write down, I am a passionate, for example, entrepreneur and a loving mother who keeps it all in balance, travels the world, and lives in abundance. That's an example. That's what resonates with me. So who do you need to be to become that woman, wife, mother, entrepreneur? It's very unique. It's for every woman and man very unique. So write that down. One sentence of your new identity you need to become before you really smash that. Here you go. And you'll see it's really not a comfortable exercise to make. Because a little voice can get up and say like, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not that successful. And I'm not sure I'm going to get that money. I'm not sure I'm going to get that fame, whatever you want. I'm not sure I'm going to get that relationship. So ignore that little voice and write down the bold statement of who you are in the future, very near future. When you read it, I'm curious, may I hear one of you who wants to share her identity? You'll have to, somebody needs to share. No, I'm not leaving until you did. Okay, now stand up and stand like you being that identity.
Okay, so adjective now, right? So I'm a caring person who can embody the role of a psychologist or entrepreneur or teacher or loving sister, daughter, anyone, a friend, to basically to do what I really want to do, which is to help people, to raise them up, and feel gratified and satisfied in the process.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You see, use the what's current title? Current tense?
Present tense.
Present tense. Thank you. Use the present tense when you write down your identity, because your mind. I'm so fascinated by neuroscience, and the way we use words impacts our feelings and identity. So it's an I am that psychologist, I am woman who shifts, I am woman who transforms. It's quite different than I am woman who can be somebody, who can probably transform somebody's life. So feel that, and you'll see that the words will shift your body language as well. We talked in other sessions about the confidence and what impact actually it has on your business, on your relationship, and whatever. It's the confident people we trust, not the arrogant, but the confident people in who they are. So it's important when you read that mantra and make it better. It should become your mantra. And in Belgium, every client of mine, before she starts at Fab Academy, she needs to write out her new identity. Even if you don't believe that, write that out. And you should read that every single day in the morning or in the evening, you may choose. But when you read that, you should feel that. You not just read it. So you don't do that with your mind, you do it with your heart. And the moment you read that mantra, say, I am that amazing woman who has a million impact on million lives, or I've changed 100,000 lives of children. Be concrete in this case and feel that. How would that feel being that amazing woman you are, or that amazing man you are? Feel. Just for the neuroscience point of view, that's why it's important. But again, there is a great research done by, who knows Anthony Robbins I talked to you about?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So he made this very great summary on what makes people successful, entrepreneurs, but also happy. And there is one key to that. Triad. Ever heard about that?
Yes.
Yeah, you did? The rest didn't, so I will show you. But before I will write it down, I want you to feel it. So please stand up, all of you. Free your hands. And go for a moment, close your eyes, and go to that moment when you felt sad, insecure, or hurt. Go into that emotion, try to feel it, how it was, how it felt. And now your body. What happens when your body, when you're in that negative state of being? So do that, what you would do if you feel down and insecure or hurt. Become mindful of that inner voice that's happening, the critical voice. And be mindful where the focus goes on that. So open your eyes and what happened to your body? Did it get smaller or it opened up? Smaller. What happened to that your breath? Did it it was shut down, it was superficial, it was deep in your belly. Superficial, shallow. What will happen with your voice if you now have to speak up? Will it be clear and loud? Will it be quiet or very fast and high? Quiet. Okay. Where was the focus? Was it on succeeding or was it on failing?
Fear.
Okay. So, what was that inner conversation in your mind? What did you say to yourself? Come on, honestly. Mine would be, did you see it? Loser. What else? What does he say? What's saying that inner voice of yours?
And say that you have to be, there will be another way, think some other way to come up to that particular thing. It's not the same way they are thinking, so they have said that to me. Like you have told me to have that hurt. So sometimes people are not understanding my perspective and they have their own and they are correct. So I have to rethink and give some word.
You have to rethink. Okay.
Yeah.
What's saying the inner critic of you? What's saying when you failed in something? What is he saying?
I'm useless.
You're useless. What else?
It is not saying useless.
In your case, you have a great inner critic.
Thank you. Thank you.
The rest?
End of the world. It's the end of the world.
It's the end of the world. The thing is, when your inner voice is negative, your body language will actually show that. So what happens when you meet people here, or you go home and you go to your company you work? People often walk quite closed, but not open. But imagine now, so your emotion is quite negative, your physiology changes, and your inner state changes. You see? Just about 3 things. So go now to a moment when you feel happy, aroused, or whatever, you're like, oh my gosh, it's the best day of my life. So close your eyes and get that feeling back. So feel it in your belly, in your heart, in your face, whatever. Let it spread. And stand like you would be standing if you were freaking amazing. Say to yourself those things that you would say when you freaking rock. Now open your eyes and tell me what was the inner voice, the inner conversation.
You're a rock star.
You're a rock star, yeah, baby. What else?
I'm here.
I made it. What else?
Proud of you.
I'm proud of you. What else?
Actually, in two, I had 3 situations, memories came to my mind. In 2, there was no dialogue. In the 3rd one, there was a dialogue at the end.
Yeah. But, okay, the emotional positive, right?
Yeah, first was like when the day my brother was born, my younger brother. So I went to see him in the hospital, he was in the crib, and he just held my finger. So that was the best feeling. That's I think my best memory to date.
What was that something that came up immediately? What was that? That feeling?
I still felt a gush of so much love and emotion, like with this tiny dancing out of my finger. He's almost 10 years younger than me, so
yeah. So you can feel, you're quite conscious.
Yeah.
But where was the focus lying? On failing or on succeeding? Succeeding. What happened to your body? Just look at yourself. Were you close or were you open? Open. What was with your breath? Was it shallow or was it deep? Deep. How would your voice be if you now be speaking? clear and loud, right? Not too fast as well.
Rapid.
And
And
relaxed.
very authentic.
And very authentic, you become more of yourself. So this is actually a proof that your emotions can be triggered by just three things or managed by three things. That's your focus, physiology, your physics, and your thoughts. Okay, sit down, I'm going to write it down. I have a... Oh, yeah, something bigger now? Oh, yeah, thank you. So, just remember, whenever you feel powerless, you can shift it in 2 minutes. I often give teachings in universities in Europe, and that's what we do with the last year students when they have to go and find a job that feels quite insecure. So what you have to do is that your state is how you feel, depends on focus. Where focus goes, energy flows. Physiology and inner communication. So, if you want to master something, the only thing you need to do is to master those three. Change your physiology, be mindful of the thoughts and inner communication, and so physiology, focus, and inner communication. The focus should be, of course, on succeeding instead of failing. So that's something I give you so that my dear friend can take over, and you have to practice it.
What comes first? Like, you have to change our
It doesn't. The first always comes physiology. It's the easiest way to change your emotion, to change your body language. If you're down, you sit most of the time. Change the physiology, neural connections will change the emotions in a few minutes. It goes fast. Thank you.
Morning, guys.
Good morning.
Well, I know like it's not morning, but yes, I'm a global entrepreneur. Somewhere sun is rising right now.
Yeah, right.
So good morning.
And the business is running.
Yes, business is running right now. So I don't have much time, but yes, I'll do the justice whatever time I have. And so, how many of you read books here, or like reading books, or on your bucket list? Okay, I'm a person who read books but don't like reading books. So my mentor said, so how many people know a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad? Heard of it? Rich Dad Poor Dad?
I understand, of course.
Okay. So he's one of my online mentors, offline mentors, or whatever you can say. He's one of my dear friend, Mr. Robert Kiyosaki. He's one of the most influential and powerful economists right now. And he wrote this book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, and then he wrote another book in the series called Cash Flow Quadrant. Okay, so yes, I am born and brought up in Delhi, India, and my life was going amazing. I had one of the best childhoods one can dream of. My dad, in being tourism, I traveled a lot in the country, and yes, then there was a downfall in my dad's business when things fell apart. And yes, I have seen this also in life, and I have seen this also. So what I mean by that is like what we call is like, you know, below poverty line. I don't need to say I went there, but yes, there have been times very challenging in my dad's business where we had a lot of big financial crisis. So yes, I don't want to go that detail, but yes, until then, I took a charge of my life, and that's where like that enterprising spirit came, and I started searching something for my own. Though my dad being in the business, I tried fixing things, working with him also, but yes, things didn't work out. But yes, looking something for better and better, then I found out something which changed things. Like, you know, it's like now things are from like here, it's going again here. So it's like a roller coaster, right? So today what I'm going to share, I learned 5 years ago, and it has changed my life throughout, okay? And it has changed with me. So many entrepreneurs have been like, you know, working with me, and I'm proudly say like today, one of the highest and youngest taxpayers is working in my team today. So I'm sharing something today which like, you know, which will benefit you. You take it, you believe it or not believe it, But yes, that is something which you need to know, which is not shared in our education system. So, as I said, Robert Kiyosaki shared in his book called Cash Flow Quadrant. Anybody knows about Cash Flow Quadrant? Okay, very good. So, how many people you don't know? You want to know? Anybody wants to know? Okay. So, he says, in this world, there are only 4 ways to earn legal and ethical money. So, like, I think I'm audible this way also? Yes. So, when we talk about earning legal and ethical money, so he said he divided the world into 4 quadrants. One is you become an employee. Employee is working for someone, taking a job, and by the end of 30 days you get paid. Second, he said you become a small businessman. And who are small businessmen? Is the board visible to everyone? Yes. Right? So small businessmen starting something of your own, right? Or starting something as a self-employed owner, right? Self-employed zone. Now here, so many businesses like lawyers, artists who are working on freelance, right? Even tutor, right? Even a guitar teacher. So if I talk about these come in this quadrant. Small business opening a retail store, right? So then third option is you become a big businessman. Now with big businessman, I say you become someone like Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg or Steve Jobs or Jeff Bezos. Now fourth option is you become an investor. Now not investor when we think of investing some money in stock market or like buying a property, right? You just like just for investment purpose. That is not investment, right? For investment, when I feel it's something that resonates. Pardon? Like Warren Buffett, exactly. You read my mind, right? So Warren Buffett is someone like he actually defines the investor category. He spends millions of dollars in one go, and money works for him. He doesn't work for money at all, right? So when I talk about these 4 quadrants, right? There's something called small businessmen and big businessmen. Now these both are businesses. I want to put this question across to you. Why they are so discriminated, small business and big business? One is small and one is big. Why do you think so?
Vision.
Okay.
In one you can, in the big business man, you can take vacations and the business will still run. Whereas in the self-employed, you can't do that.
Because you are buying time in the big businesses and here you're not buying the time.
Okay. Time. And some will say vision also. And something else? Money. You said employees also?
Application.
Employees, right? Yeah. Pardon my handwriting, I understand my handwriting. Yeah, anything else you want to put in?
Like other resources.
Resources? Okay.
Like research and development resources.
Thank you for giving your inputs. Awesome. Anybody else?
Wealth is a passive source of income that you actually looking at. And income is something, an active source of income which are present and present.
Okay, very good. So let's what explanation I have this for is
Wealth is something which continues to flow into your life even when you're not working, and it continues to flow even after you die.
Okay. New people in the house, I'm just asking, what is the difference between income and wealth?
Yeah, she answered. She said wealth doesn't have to be monetary.
Okay. Okay. Now, what I feel after reading that book, I was reading about Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. He said income is something which cannot be transferred to next generation. Even if you are becoming CEO of Microsoft today, and then you get retired, your son or daughter or the next generation will not get that job. Your son or daughter has to prove again and again and again and again in each exam. But let's say if you are Bill Gates today and you retire from that position today, who will get the next position? The person who is next capable or his son or daughter? Are you getting me? Right?
Yes.
Okay. So even if I talk about people on the left side, they work on a concept called instant gratification. They want something instantly, immediately. Where these people are working on a concept called delayed gratification. Whereas because they have vision and they have patience to pursue that vision. Now whereas people on the left side, they are called traders. Now for trading, okay, what do? For money, they trade their time into skills. Whereas people on the right side, they leverage. For leveraging, what do? For same formula, they use other people's skills into other people's time. So they don't work for money, they work for results. And basically what do? They don't work on the ground, they make other people do. But yes, what is the fact, what is the truth behind it? Because initially they have put a lot of time working on the ground, right? That's why they have built a system. Yeah.
They don't work in the business, they work on the business.
Pardon?
Yeah.
They don't work in the business, they work on the business.
Actually, very correct.
And then so initially they work for money, then the money works for them.
Yes.
Right?
Actually. So if I talk about, in the end, these people focus on how. The biggest mindset block. How to get good grades, how to get good college, how to get a good job. Or how will I do that, or how will I do this, right? But the main secret is why. If I talk about any project to these 3%ers, they'll only ask one question to themselves: why should I do it, right? So that is where I want to sum up. As I have not much time, I had something else to share. But yes, right now with this knowledge, this is one of the knowledge which we have. And on this basis, we are running an e-commerce project in India and Dubai and Middle East also. And we have successfully helped 5,000 entrepreneurs all over India right now to give them a platform. And we are looking for more collaborations also. So if anybody would like to collaborate with us in any country, whether you are in South Africa, Portugal, US, right? We're please happy to see you. Come talk to us, me and Soumya. Like our team is here, like throughout, and for tomorrow also we'll be here only, and that is what I have to share with you guys. Thank you so much. Any questions? Yeah. If you have questions, we are outside.
Thank you.